In this fourth video of our 5-part series, we're talking about how to better select an attorney to help you get everything in order so you can truly rest in peace. Let's take a listen. Erica, as people are dealing with these tough situations and they are looking for an attorney, what sort of advice would you give them in that search?
First thing I do is that I do something like a pre-interview on the phone. I want to make sure that the client is a good fit for me, and if they're not a good fit for me, that I get them to an attorney or a service that will help them. I wind up with clients who are looking for a real estate broker, and they call me. And I have to talk them through the process of finding a good broker, of what the sale of real estate will look like for them. But I want to know that I'm the right person for them to talk to. And if I'm not, that I've gotten them someplace else.
And I appreciate, I've gotten some referrals from you in those situations. And I think that my experience working in the senior care industry for a dozen years taught me I was already a patient person, but working with seniors day in and day out, it truly does humble you when you have the opportunity to meet so many people and see all the accomplishments that they've had in their life and where they end up physically, mentally, and seeing the impact that it has on family.
And my favorite kind of clients are ones who come along with family, who are watching out for them.
Yeah.
So I may be talking to mom or dad, but really daughter, sibling, some other, maybe it's a family friend, are watching out to make sure that they're making good decisions and that they found a good lawyer to work with or a good broker to work with, because they're that second set of eyes and ears to help make those decisions. And if we're not the right people, that they know that they need to move on and make other decisions. But when family comes in to help out, as long as you can hear that what they're doing is supporting the person who has to ultimately make the decisions instead of making the decisions for them or pushing them. One of the concerns we always have when we're doing estate planning is that there's no undue influence on a party. We don't have that same concern in real estate decisions, but for any kind of estate planning, that undue influence can destroy a will, can destroy any kind of estate planning. So as professionals, we need to be listening to what's being said in the background, listening to what's not being said, and being sensitive to the fact that there is some support there. I have a client who is separating from somebody she's been with for 30 years. They're not married. It's not a divorce. But her sister comes to every meeting we have because she's so emotional. But the sister is there to help take the notes, help listen to what I have to say, and help make the decisions. She's on every email. And I have advised both the client and the sister that I really appreciate that relationship, because I know that I'm helping to make good decisions, because there are conversations that are going on outside of my office to get them to conclusion. And that's true with real estate decisions. And sometimes I have in-laws helping out to make those decisions because the daughter or the son are just too involved in the medical emergency, the medical concerns. The in-law can be a little bit more dispassionate and can help get us to conclusion. We just had that.
Think with a clear mind.
Yes. Yes. So,
as somebody is preparing these documents with their attorney and discussing everything, it's obviously they're going to hopefully have at least one or two family members with them being involved in the process. I would imagine you've had the same experience that when you're dealing with multiple children and siblings, usually the one that's least involved kind of has the biggest voice after after they
Right.
pass.
I haven't lived in the same city as Mom for the past 30 years, but I want to tell you what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
So be involved. Be involved in the conversations, and just, I mean, it comes down to caring. I mean, you should genuinely want to care, not care about not what you're gonna get at the end, but care about that your parent, your loved one, is making these decisions, so that there's no fighting and bickering.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's family, and family should remain family and peaceful.
And sometimes it's a matter of looking the actual client in the eye and say, what do you want?
Yeah.
And then you start hearing the things that they are concerned about that you're not hearing from the family members.
That's definitely one of the biggest things that I recognized dealing with seniors is they just want to be heard. You know, when I was working in senior care, I was managing kitchens, so I would get to see most of the people the 3 hours that they were awake. You know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Otherwise, they'd go back to their room. They're on antidepressants because they're not in their home anymore. They're in a different setting. Especially those first 48, 72 hours were always imperative. That's when they try and escape, or they were having the most difficulty trying to get acclimated to their new surrounding. But it is really a difficult situation. We don't just grow old and then die one day. You know, things happen. We get sick, and we have prolonged periods of illness, where we do have to end up either at home with nursing care, or in a nursing home, or in a senior care facility. So these are really important topics to discuss with family, and make sure everybody's on the same page. Again, they don't have to necessarily like everything, but at least respect your decisions that you're making.
And respect that you have the right to make the decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
If you found this video to be informative and helpful, make sure you show some love and hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell so you can catch our next video, where we talk about the other big D, divorce, and how its impact on death and real estate can truly wreak havoc on the loved ones you leave behind. If there's something you feel that we didn't cover, or you have a question or comment, please leave it below. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.